There's a lot going on Instagram right now. We're experimenting with a number of different changes to the app. And so we're hearing a lot of concerns from all of you. So I wanted to take a few moments and clarify a few things.
You should post in his headquarters.
Instarrection. Everything is for the bit, guys.
So
I'm here for the bit. Zuck.
My name is Allison. My Instagram handle is iMunchie, and we are standing here at 770 Broadway, which is New York's Instagram headquarters. We are here today for an event called the Anti-Zuck Instarrection. It is a protest created by content creators, memers, sex workers on the Instagram platform to protest some of Meta's unfair censorship policies.
Hey everyone, we are live from my backyard where I am smoking a brisket and some
My name's
ribs.
Anna. I run a meme account called Neoliberal Hell, and I'm out here today with a lot of other online creators, artists, activists, all sorts of people. We're here to protest Meta's unjust and harmful moderation system.
What rules, you sons of bitches? Exactly. Precisely.
When I say Zuck, you say a cut. Zuck. I think the reason that I and so many other people care about this is because we so badly want to be tech utopianists. The internet has brought us all here together.
What are you guys making for dinner? Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, I hope. Delicious.
Fuck your Sweet Baby Ray's!
And even if someone is expressing their sexuality or promoting their website, it shouldn't be automatically assumed by the algorithm that this is inappropriate content. We should all be free to exist and express our values equally in order to create a safe and expansive online world for everyone. Thank you. Give the mic back to the MC.
Someone take me here. This one, only fans here, guys. Yeah. $3.99. We see how Instagram censored vital Roe versus Wade information after women lost their reproductive rights, right? Yeah. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I know so many activists and organizations who have had content removed, who have been shadow banned so that their content isn't seen at all throughout the app, because the moderation system works against them to censor them. It reflects Meta's political agenda. It silences marginalized voices. I actually once had my whole account wiped when I posted a meme Kenan made. It was a satirical news headline that read, "The Taliban is founding their new government on Marxist feminism," with a picture of the Taliban. And it was taken down for supporting terrorist organizations. Because their stupid algorithms run on false positives, and when it scanned for the image and the words for the Taliban, it made the automatic assumption that the meme was supporting terrorist organizations. Who knows, maybe the Marxist feminism was the terrorist.
Well, if you want to understand the way any society works, ours or any other, the first place to look is who's in a position to make the decisions that determine the way the society functions.
Hello? Awesome. I do want to say that the speeches so far have been brought to you by hats, people wearing hats. Okay, let me pull out what I have here. This is going to be short. Sharing anything about Palestine or anything that empowers Palestinian voices gets or ends up being shadow banned. I was talking to an Arab artist like a week ago, and he told me his page was shadow banned basically because he shared some basic post about Palestinians and obviously the struggles that they're living in, and he was having a hard time looking up his page. So that's how he found out that his account was shadow banned. That's a litmus test for any of you guys who are not memers. You're trying to search for your account, and you have to type the whole thing out for it to show up. That's how you know you're shadow banned. We want, at least for it to step out and acknowledge how terrible and unfair and cruel and harmful their algorithms have been. And also acknowledge shadow banning, because they don't acknowledge that at all. They just label us, crazy and delusional, which some of us are a little bit. Come on, Instagram, fucking pull it together for fuck's sake. And here's what I suggest: Instagram, maybe you should start seeing a therapist and start working on yourself. If you want people to continue to engage with your app and succeed and be popular, take our complaints into consideration. Support the creators, especially those that make a living off of your platform, and don't dissuade them from using your app. And again, I just want to thank all you guys for coming. Thank you. We appreciate you showing up and supporting this. And for you, Zuck, get your dick out of that fucking Sweet Baby Ray's bottle.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still. But I was just referring to myself in the past.
I posted a really great meme one time on my account. It showed a cartoon baby on a pottery wheel with its head being sculpted into a bowl. It was absurd. It said babies with soft spots on their heads better not misbehave lest they end up on my pottery wheel. It was taken down. That same day, someone sent me an account posting really sickening racist memes. I tried reporting the account and the content they posted. There was an image of a little black girl with a big black eye, and the caption read she had her mother's eyes. It was heinous, it was racist, it was evil, it made me feel sick, and I reported it. The meme was not removed. So the baby on the pottery wheel is violence against children, but an actual picture of an abused child stays up on a racist account posting a ton of racist content. I think it really sums up how broken it is and how harmful it is. A lot of people ask me, if you hate Instagram so much, why don't you get off and use another app? Well, as of now, there really isn't an alternative for what I do and what for so many of us do. But I promise the second there is, me and I'm sure a lot of other creators and artists will migrate elsewhere. It wouldn't be the first time an app has died because they failed to protect their creators. Look at Vine. Look at how Tumblr died when they increased moderation. Meta, do you want Instagram to follow? Because Facebook is already dead. But Instagram could be saved if you actually made the app work for the people, benefit creators, and create an inclusive, incredible platform.
No.
My name is Allison. Some of you might know me. My mutual is I'm Munchie. I've been only doing this literally less than 6 months, and the fact that I became this radicalized so fucking fast means that this shit sucks balls, okay? Like, this is some stressful shit. I've had fucking nightmares about my accounts taken down, and like, confession, I used to be a trader on Wall Street, and I find this more stressful. Like, it's fucking insane. But what if all you saw on your feed were blurry photos from your aunt's vacation to Italy, or selfies from Kylie Jenner? What if that's all you saw on your feed? How much time would you spend on Instagram? Would you say that on Instagram? Would you spend nearly as much time on Instagram if that's what you saw? So we small content creators, we may not directly produce revenue for Instagram, but without us, users would never hit that inflection point of engagement. They would never spend multiple hours a day on Instagram. And I'm not just talking about the average users that we interact with on a daily basis. I'm talking about big meme accounts, blue check accounts, the accounts with like 5 million followers. Where do you think these guys steal their content from, by the way? They steal it from us all the time. It's kind of annoying, actually. But without us, they wouldn't have a source for their content. And as Anna mentioned, these accounts are protected from the algorithm. They don't get subjected to the same censorship that we do. So in summary, this cause makes sense not just morally or politically, financially it makes sense for Instagram and more broadly Meta to reflect and elevate the demographic or speed that we have, because it's crucial to their success and survival. Thank you.
Welcome to What's Your Problem with Ricky Sands, where we ask the burning question, what's your problem?
To rant and bitch about a man named Ricky Sands, who is the head of memes at Instagram. He emailed us apologizing for the fact that we felt our issues and experiences weren't being addressed or supported in a meaningful way. Listen to me, Ricky Sands. We don't feel our experiences aren't being supported in a meaningful way. It's not about our feelings. You sound like a fucking toxic male manipulator. I'm sorry you feel that way. Our experiences are not being supported in a meaningful way. You also said that you appreciate us holding you accountable for how you can better Instagram for all users, especially those who depend on the app for income. I wanted to give Ricky Sands the benefit of the doubt, but in his last email, I started to lose faith. While Ricky helped reinstate several of my accounts, as well as Angelica's, probably to shut us up, he admitted that there had been several false positives due to the algorithmic snares throughout the violations. It seemed that Ricky now is doing a bit of backtracking. I lost my biggest account while I was live streaming talking about the protest and about how Instagram's algorithms work. The post that was flagged, it was the flyer for the protest. Instagram claimed it was inciting violence. Ricky Sands got back to me saying that it didn't look like there were any false positives this time around. I think that's very interesting, that a post about protesting your platform peacefully is censored. There was no incitement of violence. It is really not a good look to censor people criticizing the inequality people face on your app. So let me ask this, who's really inciting violence here? Violence is when you take an account away from a mother who supports her child through the income generated from the app, creating economic insecurity for her. Violence is when you remove vital information for those seeking abortions after Roe v. Wade is overturned and women lose their reproductive rights. Violence is when you provide blue checks to corporations like Pornhub, protecting a big corrupt porn company while simultaneously taking down independent sex workers who are posting the same kind of content independently. Violence is when you hide every single comment that reads Palestinians deserve their land while letting members of the IDF army run around and run an account called Hot IDF Girls and pose with guns and uphold an apartheid state. Violence is letting men degrade and harass and mass report women, queer and trans people, and successfully taking their accounts down. Violence is when you erase pressing current events through moderation. Violence is silencing people on the political fringes. Violence is when you kill art and satire and culture. Ricky Sands backtracked and sent a bunch of information on account support that doesn't work. Support is unreachable. If we could reach real support networks, we wouldn't be standing out here in this fucking heat. Sending links to read over your vague guidelines again is not going to cut it. This is not enough. I can't do this alone, neither can Ricky Sands. This is why we need real system changes in the moderation run by the people. Ricky said he was willing to meet with us with other Meta employees to discuss and work on these issues, and he needs to follow through. We would really like to help make this app a safer and more productive place for all its users. And with that, I'm just going to read our demands. Dear Meta and Instagram, we, the Instagram users and creators, are demanding the following changes to Meta's harmful and unjust moderation system. We demand transparency regarding community guidelines, including a comprehensive list of what can and cannot be said and posted on Meta platforms. We demand a real list of community guidelines that are not purposefully vague. We demand you provide real user support from real people, not algorithms, as long as your algorithms cannot pick up on the context of the words and images being used. We demand a thorough review process when reviewing content that has been reported and removed, which does not automatically deplatform users. We demand you stop shadow banning accounts and only use permanent account deletion as a last resort in extreme cases. We demand all users have the same moderation system. It is unjust to provide elite people with a different set of rules. We demand you stop censoring and silencing marginalized voices to fit your political agenda. We demand you stop censoring vital information because the content is political in nature. We demand that artists, creators, and activists and sex workers who monetize via this app are protected and have real support systems with real moderators to help users. Instagram is something people need to survive at this point. This private company has become the public sphere, and Meta should not control our voices. We need to make the platform work for the people and keep it alive. I and many of the people standing here have ideas and solutions about fixing these algorithms and creating teams of creators to help the community and make it more secure. So in the words of Britney Spears, you better work with it.
Problems have been around since the beginning of time. That's super long.
And the main reason for those problems is because
Ricky Sands
have been creating them.
Think about it. Well, anyways, you're my fucking problem, dude!
Oh, fuck yeah.
You're really going in? Oh, I thought you were going in. I thought you were going in.
Yeah. You got one more. Ryan!
Everything is for the bit, guys.
So
I'm here for the bit. That's why I'm here. I'm committed to the bit. Fuck Zuck! 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 Fuck Zuck!
Oh, we should bust in. We all bust in right now. What's up? Sound going in right now. Sound got the ball for
This
the
poor security guy.
Bro.
No.
Hey, yo. No, don't do that.
Right.
That's okay.
Sorry, I apologize.
You guys look more serious. top so I could have my AOC moment. Can I see the sweet baby rays? I love it.
Oh wait, I see her.
Okay, cool. I'm heading.
We all feel censored, and it's really discriminating that there's so many different types of people who have experienced unfair moderation on Instagram and on Meta. They're out for us and them. Mostly female. They're out for us.